Hiya, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a quick video just to show you how to apply some root touch up. Obviously you're all going to be doing your own colour at home now for a little while, so you need an assistant with you that can help out. I'm going to show you how to do it myself for the front section, just in case you've not got anyone at home that can help you, and then obviously it is ideal if you've got someone in the family that can help you with the back sections. But yeah, make sure that you're wearing protective clothing. You've got gloves on, you've got an apron on. What else? Once the colour goes on, it stays on for about 30 minutes. But once you mix the colour up, it only actually has a lifespan of 30 minutes as well. So make sure once the colour's mixed up, you start applying straight away, because it could take you up to about 30 minutes to apply. Also, if you're unsure about what colour to put on your hair, if you want to get in touch with me, send me a text message or give me a phone call, and I'll tell you which colour I think will be best to suit your hair. Also, what else was I going to say? Yeah, if you are applying it yourself and you're really struggling, then I'm also happy to book in like a video call, just so that when you're applying it I can kind of watch you and give you some tips and advice along the way. So yeah, the main thing I would say is that when you're applying the colour, just apply about 2 centimetres down. Try not to overlap too much, and then when you come back to the salon in hopefully a couple of weeks time, then I have not got to go in and start kind of relifting the hair again. So I'm going to start off with the front section of the hair first, just to show you what we're doing. So to begin with, we're going to take a section from the middle of the forehead right back. You can see my roots. Life of a hairdresser, never getting time to do your own colour. So what you do there is, that's your sectioning down the middle. So you take your colour just on the edge of the brush, and I'm going to try and do it not looking into a mirror now, and you apply it just onto the section that needs the coverage. You've got that on that side. You take the other half of your head and you apply it again. Now what you want to do for this is, Marley, come and help me. So then what you'll do is you'll take a section starting at the top of the head and you'll take it right down to where the nape of the neck is. So making sure you start here with a comb and you come right back all the way to the crown and then right down to the back of the head. Remember when you was a kid and you used to get your hair and put it into bunches or plaits? This is the same thing. So you're basically separating the head in half. It's fine, it doesn't have to be dead on. Okay, and then you're gonna apply the colour down one side and down the other side, which I don't really need to show you that, but you've got my drift. Pass that comb back, Miles. So then you've got one full section all the way down the back of the head, and you've got both sides. So now this technique is called the hot cross bun, and the reason why it's called that is you then take a section from the crown area down to the side of the back of the ear. See my extension there, to the back of the ear, and then you'll pull it back like this and you'll apply the colour all the way down. So then what you've got there is you've got it in 4 quarters. So you've got 1 quarter here, you'll then get the comb and bring it down on this side again, so back to the top of the crown of the head, and then you will take a section round down to where the ear is. Marley, have you got some clips? Very clips there. If you can see what I'm trying to do there, so you've gone for 4 quarters, and then in them quarters you're just going to apply colour just like that. So you're only going as far as where the root goes. Just pass me two, it's fine. Yeah. So your two back quarters, you can clip out the way with a clip. And your other back one, you can spin it round like that, just to get it all out the way. So you're only working section by section, just to make it a little bit easier for you to understand. So you've got them clipped out the way, and then you're going to start with this first section here. And what you're going to do is, I have to look in the mirror because I can't see. So you're going to paint it onto the scalp like that, onto the root area, and then with the back of your brush, you're going to take probably about 1/2 centimetre wide, a little bit of a kind of go across that way so it's diagonal, and you pick it up so you can see your root there, put it on the back of the head, and then you apply it on that side and then on that side. Then you take another section, paint just down to where the root goes up to. Then you're going to take another 1/2 centimetre. You're going to pick that up, push it onto the other side, and then you're going to paint that. Make sure as you're taking your section and you're separating it off that you're putting product on one side and product on the other side, because if you take a section and you only put it onto one side, you're going to miss parts of the hair, especially for clients that are looking for grey coverage. Grey hair can be quite coarse and it can push the colour off. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you're putting plenty on. So you see what I'm doing here? So it's kind of going into a bit of a diagonal now, but you're still doing every time only like 1/2 centimetre. If you do any more than that, then you're going to miss the hair. So keep doing this all the way down. And I would definitely do your two front sections first. As we know, grey hair tends to go first at the front of the head, so you need to have maximum development time on the front of the hair. So that's why it's best to colour the two front quarters first, and then go to the back of the head second. So you can see I'm applying it here. So when you get in round to where the parting is, so like the hairline, what you want to do is we just comb it back a little bit, like this. Comb it back off the face. If you can apply your colour, just like that. And then when you get to the sides, these really tiny little hairs here, instead of your brush being that way, you want to turn your brush long ways and just very, very gently sweep the hair. What that'll do is it'll take away all those tiny little hairs and make sure that you're colouring them, but you'll get a really soft end result. Also, you won't be left for days on end with tint marks around your face. So predominantly get most of the hair out the way with the colour that way, and then when you've just got a tiny little bit left on your brush, turn your brush like that and just gently, there we go, that's how it should look. So this is this side all done now. So once you've done it, what you need to do is put all the hair back to where its original place was, leaving gaps in the middle. That's going to let air get into it for it to develop, and then you're going to start on the other side. So once you've applied the roots all on this section here, what you do is you get your comb and you literally just comb it a little bit like that. Now what that'll do is it'll get rid of the harsh line and it'll gently blend it into the rest of the colour. And then you leave it like that. So I'm going to make a start on the other side now, and I'll stop the video in while I do this side, and then you can catch up with me in a minute. So I've just applied it all to that side. So as you can see now, I'm just going to get my comb again, and I'm just going to slightly, look in the mirror, slightly comb it down a little bit. Try and make sure that it's even on both sides as well, so that you've got nice even coverage. Yeah, so that's those two sections done at the front. So you move those out the way, and then now I'm gonna use Marley. Come here, Marley. Now I've got my very talented assistant Marley, and he's going to do the two back sections. You might not be able to see this. He's going to try. He'll be amazing at it. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Again, you're going to take a section here, diagonal, work it all the way down to the bottom of the nape of the neck, and then the same on the other side. And then we'll leave it for 30 minutes to process, and we'll have a look at the end result. So on average, your hair should only ever grow probably about half an inch a month. So you're looking at doing your roots every 6 to 8 weeks. Once your developer goes on, I'd leave it on for 30 minutes. If your hair's very resistant and quite grey, we say if it's between anything up to 50% grey, I'd leave it on for 30 minutes. Anything over that, so if you're looking at kind of 80% grey, I would probably leave it on for about 35-40 minutes. Like I said, if any of you need any help at all, I'm at home at the minute, I'm not going anywhere, so I'm happy to take any phone calls, text messages about what colour you think will be best to buy, really, just to kind of tie you over. Some of you might want to just go natural and not put any root colour on for the next few weeks, which is absolutely fine, it makes my job easier. But I don't really want anyone buying the wrong colour box dye. There's some box dyes that have metallic salts in them and they can react with your hair and scalp. So what I would also recommend is that before you do any kind of colouring of the hair, you do a small patch test as well. So any product that you're going to use, you'd put a small bit of patch test of the colour just on the inside of your arm. Give it 24 hours to make sure you don't have a reaction, and then you'll be absolutely fine to apply the colour. But yeah, it just makes my job a little bit easier, because sometimes it'll say on the box dye that it's a dark brown and it actually comes out black. So I know we've not really got much to work with right now, but I'm more than happy to help anyone out that really cannot handle having roots over the next few months. But anyway, yeah, you're doing really well there, Marley. Halfway down the head. Thanks. There you go. So you can see what he's doing with the back sections there. Just working it right down to the back of the head and into the nape of the neck. Now be extra careful when you're doing the back sections that when you're taking the hair from the back of the head over, you're not sitting the hair on top of the brown or on top of your colour, because it will sink into it. It will kind of, the brown will end up on the rest of the hair. So once you've done it, just try and move it out the way onto the other section that hasn't been done yet. And then once you go across with your brush, Marla can just show us here. So once you go across with your, put plenty on there. If you just get the person to put the head down as well, it just gives you something to lean your brush on. Always make sure that you're combing it directly onto the scalp of the hair. And then see how Marley's just pinching the hair there. So he's separating it off and then he's pinching the ends of the hair and lifting it up, just so that he's not kind of getting the hair tangled too much. So this is how it should look when you've covered all 4 sections of the hair. And now we just leave it to process. So this is the finished end result. I've gone for a dark root blended into a lumen pink on the ends. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And I want you to send me in some pictures of your end results too. Take care. Bye.